students.
Good morning, Dr. RAHAH.
So today we will forage for a new word that is the science of morphology.
Oh, my favorite topic.
What is morphology?
I'm glad you asked. Morphology is the study of internal structure of words like a puzzle.
Such as suffixes and prefixes?
Yes, exactly. To ease everyone's confusion, I will present a video on today's topic.
Morphemes are divided into free and bound morphemes. They can each be further subdivided into lexical and grammatical morphemes. In total, there are 4 different types. First, free lexical morphemes, free grammatical morphemes, bound lexical morphemes, and bound grammatical morphemes. First, the free morphemes. Fine, table, the, and. They can stand alone in a sentence as independent words. For example, the word table can be used in a sentence like the table is in the corner, without having to be attached to another word.
Oh, I get it now.
Oh, I've learned that there are several types of morphemes, right, Dr. RAHAH?
Yes, absolutely. There are 2 different categories of morphemes, such as free morphemes and bound morphemes. Morphemes falls into 2 different categories. Can anyone guess what it is?
I'll go first. So first category is known as lexical morphemes. That is a set of ordinary nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. So lexical morphemes are treated as an open class of words as it's easy to add it to other language. So for example, words like children, love, beauty, and play. So the word night, night can be stand by itself and hold its meaning. And the word girl also can stand independently and cannot be cut into smaller morphemes.
Or the lexical morpheme. So, a lexical morpheme is considered as an open or form, or are those that have independent meaning, a base or a root word without considering any prefix and suffix. So take a look for this example here. The word love, the word week, eat, day, and late. So all of these words are considered as a free morphemes. Why is that? Because we know that all of these words can stand alone with a specific meaning. Even if they don't have any prefix or suffix, still they can stand alone.
How about lexical morpheme? So we can identify a lexical morpheme as one that provides the fundamental semantic content of a word. So in this way, it becomes the base to which other grammatical class morphemes can be added. So now the best way to know a lexical morpheme is to see its examples. So sport, sports, sports player. And in order to identify a lexical morpheme, maybe you can ask yourself this: if this morpheme was deleted, would I not be able to understand the main message of this sentence? And if the answer is yes, then you have a lexical morpheme. Get it, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas the second category is functional morphemes, that is a set of articles, conjunctions, prepositions, and pronouns. Since we can almost never add a new functional morphemes to a language, then it is described as a closed class of words. In an instance, articles such as the, a, and are used to specify definiteness or indefiniteness of nouns. For example, the cat, specific cat, while a cat means any cat. For example, I wanted to go but it was raining. Contrast, while Leah likes grapes and strawberry. Addition. On the other hand, prepositions such as in, on, at, between used to indicate relationship in terms of time, place, and direction. For example, the book is on the table, location, while Judy arrived before noon, time. We can say that functional morphemes are crucial for constructing grammatically correct sentence. It helps to convey relationship between words. Not only that, it is used to clarify meaning as well as indicate grammatical aspects such as tense and plurality. Without functional morphemes, sentence might lack clarity or grammatically.
Excellent, both of you. Now, how about bound morphemes? It can also be categorized into 2 types. Anyone want to take a guess on it?
Another set of bound morphemes contains inflectional morphemes, which indicates the grammatical function of a word. In is used to show if a word is plural or singular, past tense or not, and if it is comparative or possessive form.
Okay, I would like to try, first of all, bound morphemes include derivational morphemes that is used to make new words or to make words with of different grammatical category.
Like, for example, compete is a verb, right? So if you add something at the back, for example, it becomes competition, which is a noun. But if you change it to competitive, it becomes adjective. But if you change it to competitively, it becomes an adverb. So, like for another example, a sing is a verb, right? So if you change it, it becomes singer, which is a noun. And the last example is poison, which is a noun. But if you add another something at the back, it becomes poisonous, which is an adjective. So, to Joy, can you explain another type of bound morphemes?
So just now we have listened to Sarah's explanation on derivational morphemes under bound morphemes. Now, I am going to introduce to you what is inflectional morphemes, which is another set of bound morphemes. Inflectional morphemes serves as a grammatical role or function in a language. Besides that, these morphemes cannot create new words, nor can it change the lexical category of a word. The interesting fact of these morphemes is that there are only 8 inflectional morphemes in the English language. This consists of plural, possessive, third person singular, past tense where you add ed at the end of a verb, present participle where you add ing to the end of a verb, past participle where you add en to the end of a verb, and lastly comparative and superlative which you add er or est to the end of an adjective.
The meaning of the original word. Take a look at the two sentences. Every day I walk to school, and yesterday I walked to school. The words walk and walked have the same basic meaning. So adding our suffix ed to walk didn't change the meaning of the word, but what it did do is change the tensing. Inflectional suffixes can change the tensing, number, or intensity of the word. Walk is present tense, walked is past tense. Our next suffix is s. S changes a word from singular to plural. Cat is singular for only one cat. Cats is plural for 2 or more cats. This next suffix changes the intensity of the word. Pretty and prettier.
How fantastic! Now moving on to a new topic of allomorph. Ever wonder what is allomorph?
Yes!
So, allomorph is...
Let me try to illustrate the difference between a morpheme and an allomorph using a few examples. The plural morpheme in English, which I am indicating here in capital letters to signify that it is a morpheme. It is a mental abstract representation of the category of plurality in English. But there's more than one way to articulate or to actually pronounce a morpheme, the plural morpheme. So let's talk about 4 for the sake of simplicity. So we have s as in cats, we have z as in dogs, and we have uz as in horses, and lastly we have the zeromorph. Now there are others, but let's just stick with these 4 for now. So going back to that first example, the s at the end of cats as we write it, just disregard how it's written, concentrate on what you actually hear and what you produce when you say the word. So when you say cats, you'll notice that that final sound is s, written with an S in the International Phonetic Alphabet. So there's good reason why that specific allomorph s will appear in this environment, specifically because cat ends with t, which is a voiceless sound. So by virtue of a phonological process called assimilation, which means one sound becoming more like its neighboring sound, cat, t, ending in that voiceless sound, will require a voiceless sound to come after it, cats. And if you just think about as either a native speaker or a fluent speaker, it is a lot more economical to say cats than it is cats.
Alright, so to gain more insight into this topic, we will head to the library for additional resources. Let's go, students. Alright, so right now we are at the library, a place where we can go for unlimited word hunting.
Look, I found one. It's affixation.
let's talk about affixation. Affixes are the process of forming new words by attaching affixes to words. These affixes can be prefixes or suffixes. It can change the original meaning or a part of speech or word. The prefix is at the beginning of the word. An is a great example of a prefix. It means no or not. So if you are upset, you are not happy, you are unhappy. When you are not available, you are therefore unavailable. When we put affixes at the ends of words, they are called suffixes. The suffix for means for all. So if you are gratitude, you are grateful. If you are for all power, you are powerful.
Hey, I discovered alternation here. Oh my god, so interesting. In morphology, alternation is when a word changes form to express different meanings or grammatical features, like how a chameleon changes colors to blend in. For example, the word man becomes man in the plural. The vowel shifts. It's a clear case of alternation, helping us show things like tense or number. Think of it like playing dress up, just as characters switch outfits to different roles. Words change forms to fit various grammatical contexts. This makes language more dynamic and engaging, keep it lively and interesting. Marvelous, students. How about the rest?
Very good. Wait, I noticed the word suppletion in this book. So it says, suppletion is a word formation process where an inflected form of a word is replaced by using an unrelated word or phrase. For instance, the word good. It becomes better as a comparative adjective. Meanwhile, as a superlative adjective, it is best. So, to sum up, if you're happy today, you can be happier tomorrow. However, if you're feeling good today, you won't feel gooder tomorrow. Instead, you will feel better.
How about reduplication? It seems like reduplication is a process in which a word or part of a word is repeated, either exactly or with a slight change. For example,
I just want you close.
Called reduplication, in other words, repeating a word in full, like lately, or in part, like razzle-dazzle. Firstly, we use it to indicate the degree or the severity of something.
You need to get up early if you want to come hike with us. Man, I be getting up at like 6 every day. We leaving at 3, boy. Oh, you talking about early.
We can also use it for specificity purposes.
You want these cranberry salmon chips? Nah, man, you ain't got no chips?
Another way we use it, which applies more to African American vernacular, is to clarify the original meaning of a word from its colloquial or slang usage.
Ooh, Tracy's sister bad. Like bad. She going to jail for credit card fraud. Dang, for real? She is bad.
peekaboo. Did you know peekaboo is also a form of reduplication? The word is formed by repeating a modified version of the word peek with a playful change to boo. In this case, it's a form of a blurred reduplication, where the vowels change between the repeated parts of the word. This is a common pattern in English, often used for playful or childlike expression. Reduplication can also indicate the degree or the severity of something.
Oh my god, you have such teeny-weeny hands!
We can also use it for specificity purposes.
Iman, do you have any food with you?
I have candies if you want.
No, I meant food.
Oh, food. Okay.
People also often use reduplication as a form of slang. It can either be cultural or internet slang.
Oh my god, Trump just won the election, bro. Are you being for real? For real? For real? Oh my god.
In short, reduplication has a wide variety of usage, either to emphasize the meaning, for specificity purposes, or in slang. All this time, we have been using it on a daily basis without realizing it.
Meanwhile, I found compounding, which is compounding is a morphological process, which is there's two or more separate words combined to form a new compound word. Do you guys know there's two types of compounds? First is endocentric compounds, and the second one is exocentric compounds. First, endocentric compound. The compound word meanings based on the component. Usually, the head determines the category. For example, for toothbrush. Toothbrush is a type of brush, so brush is the head. For another example is blackboard. Blackboard is a type of board. This means board is the head. While in the other hand, for exocentric compound is definitely different because it doesn't follow the head molecular structures. This means the compound meaning is not directly related to one of its individual parts. For example, for pickpockets, pickpockets doesn't mean a type of pockets, but someone who picks pockets. For another example is redhead. Redhead doesn't mean someone has a red head, but someone with red hair. So I think that's all what I understand about compounding.
Spot on, everyone. I can see that all of you has improved by a lot. So be proud of yourself, and that's the end of today's class. See you next time.